What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Will Carter, and if you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. If you have not done it already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Matter of fact, don't even just hit it, smash it. Hit that subscribe button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell notification because you want that icon to be on so that you can get alerted when we upload. You need to be alerted. So last week, I covered some of the issues that I came across with some of the candles that I had made, and also came to the discovery that the soy wax that came with the candle making kit that I had got for my birthday was 415 soy wax. So I decided that for one last use of this candle kit, because it only gives you enough jars to make 6 candles, I decided that I was going to try it again and just approach it knowing, okay, this is definitely 415 wax. Just from my basic research, I feel like there's not that big of a difference in how you use 415 and 464 soy wax. I mean, like, the temperatures are pretty much the same in terms of, like, you know, when to pour your fragrance oils in, but I did notice that the pour temperature is definitely different. With 464, like, you want your pour temperature to be around like 135, but what I saw with 415 is that your pour temperature should be anywhere like between like 90 and like 110, somewhere in that lower range. Then I started thinking, okay, remember how those wick stickers just were not working the minute you poured in that wax? Now it's starting to make a little bit of sense. You know what I'm saying? I was pouring my wax at 135 degrees, but perhaps these wick stickers are not made to withstand heat at that high temperature. And that would only make sense because 415 soy wax is meant to be poured at a much cooler temperature. So now it's all starting to make sense. I still think it's cheap, but that does make a little bit more sense. And since I had one tin left with the candle making kit, I decided to make one more candle using a cooler pour temperature this time around to see if that would have made some differences. The only way that we're gonna know for sure is if we actually make a soy wax candle. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be making a soy wax candle using the last tin that I have left, and we're gonna be using a much cooler pour temperature, and we're gonna see if that has any different results than the other candles that I made. So let's just jump right into it, guys. So, in typical Will Carter fashion, I like to make sure that everything is prepared before I even start melting down my wax. And of course, that starts with measuring out the wax that I'm going to need. And for this particular tin, I'm going to be making a 4-ounce candle because the tin I'm going to be using is about 5 ounces. So I'll be making 4 ounces. So I'm going to start off by measuring out 3.67 ounces of soy wax. For this candle, I'm going to be using the fragrance Green Tea, not my favorite, and a 9% fragrance load. So the bottle itself is 0.34 ounces and 9% on a 4-ounce candle is 0.33. I don't think the extra 0.01 is that big of a deal, so I'm just going to use the whole entire bottle in this candle. Now I'm going to prepare my jar, and let me tell you when I say I hate this jar with a passion, but it's the last one I have left, so I gotta use it, right? I'm gonna secure the wicks to the bottom using the cheap ass wick stickers that y'all know I keep complaining about. But I'm gonna be using a cooler pour temperature, so hopefully, you know, I don't have any problems this time around. Now look, you gotta do what you gotta do. I did not have any proper tool to secure a double wick candle, so I made my own. I took 2 of those wooden popsicle looking sticks, taped one end together to kind of hold them tight together, and this just made the perfect wick centering device for my double wick candle. I mean, it's a little ghetto, but it works. Okay, now we get into the fun part. Let's get our pouring pitcher, put it in this double boiler, and let this sit and melt down that wax all the way down to liquid form so we can proceed. And really quickly, after just a couple of minutes, the wax heated up to 185 degrees, and that is right where I want it to be for me to pour in my fragrance oil. So I'm going to take this out, put it to the side, and I'm gonna get this green tea, which again, I do not like, but we're gonna use it anyway because that's what we have. And before, I was mixing for 2 minutes, but I really want to make sure that I get a good mix. So I'm going to go for a full 3 minutes of mixing this fragrance oil into this wax. Now that I'm done mixing, it's time to let my wax cool down to the correct pouring temperature. Before I was letting it cool down to 130, 135, but that was because I was approaching it as if it was like 464 golden wax. However, now that I know that it's 415, the pouring temperature that I saw from research is about, around 100 degrees. So I'm gonna cool down there and see what my results are. So with a little bit more waiting and a little bit more patience, I am down to 101 degrees, which is exactly where I wanted to get to. But right before I pour this in, I'm gonna give it another mix because again, I really wanna make sure I mix my fragrance oil and my wax very well. So stir some more and then pour it into the tin. So the candle making process that you guys just watched was actually done 2 days ago. So this is 2 days into curing. And immediately I noticed that the surface is not smooth at all, but just from what I know about 415 after doing research on it after discovering that that's what I was working with, I know that like a smoother surface isn't like what it's known for. There were a lot of bubbles that were coming from the bottom of the wicks of this jar. So I'm really like leaning towards the idea that these wick stickers still didn't hold up very well. So again, like I said, it's just cheap wick stickers. But as I mentioned last week, I did place an order for materials that are coming directly from a candle supplier. And now that we're here at the end of the video, as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification icon, like this video, and leave a comment down in the comment section down below. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a beautiful good morning, good afternoon, and good night, whatever part of the world that you're in. I'll see you next week on the next video.